Hi guys, welcome to another set of edits for the originals. I am so sorry it's taken so long for me to watch this, but please understand I have been very much swamped with work and I've not had the time to actually watch anything for the past few days. So it's a great time for me to get back into the edits, and I will try my level best to watch as much as possible. But if I haven't covered something, please do understand that I will watch it at some point, but it's just right now I can only do so much, and I have listed few things that I've your recommendations and which one is more popular amongst you all. So I have chosen those. So there are 4 of them. No, actually there are 5 of them for this video that I will be doing, all of them the originals. So the first one is Finn Mikealson, Endless. Then the second one is Finn Mikealson, The Forgotten One. Then the third one is Marcel Gerard, Little Warrior. Then the fourth one is Michael the Destroyer. And then the 5th one is Esther, I Love All My Children. Now I know there are many more, like there is something to do with Tristan, Aurora, and what's the other guy's name? The other guy, the third sired one. Wow, what's his name? I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name, but whatever his name is, you guys know. There are many edits relating to those as well. So I hope I can put that in a separate video. But for the moment, this video is with those titles that I've mentioned. I'll definitely put the links to those videos in the description. But if there is more edits, something to do with like say Haley and Elijah, like 3-4 time edits, I don't think I can spend so much time watching that, because the main gist is to see like say these individual edits, so like these individual people edits is really helpful. But in terms of like the shipping and all that, I really like them, but I'd like to watch them in my own time. But just to spend some time to watch the real edits, I think these are the ones that I've chosen for the moment. But as I said, the other rest, I will try and put that in another video. And then from that, we can just find out where we have, what else we have left. But yeah, for the moment, this is the first video that we'll be doing. And the first title is Finn Mikealson, Endless. Let's watch it.
You understand what this means, don't you? This spell I'm casting tonight will bind you all together as one.
You're aware our mother cares nothing for you.
Come on.
I understand.
We have much to do.
Nicholas, I assure you my mother loves me.
I love my family. I love all my children.
She loves all of her children. Yes, mother. You did see my mother.
That'll be all, Finn. Thank you.
The last time we met, you were helping our mother try to annihilate a lot of us.
When it is time, I will be ready to die.
Just do as you're told, Carl.
Oh, of course. Finn the sycophant speaks up.
You were daggered for being an ever-simpering sycophant.
You gonna grovel at your mother's heels for eternity, or what?
Did mother bring you back from the dead so you could wash her knickers?
She raised me because I was treated unfairly.
And you,
How pathetic you are, Finn.
fittingly enough, are the poor.
Cheating! Out of all but the smallest portion of my life.
You would not exist without a sacrifice.
It's not a sacrifice, it's a gift.
I would have done anything for you.
And you're just willing to die.
Well, the favorite son plays sacrificial lamb.
A mother cares for her children. A monster does not.
My mother.
The devoted acolyte.
Our mother destroyed him.
His love all too easily warped by our mother's sick hate.
She who gave me life.
But they are an abomination.
Nicholas, we didn't choose to become what we are.
Drink!
To be or not to be was taken from us by Esther and Michael Stone.
We were a family once. I remember the love between you. How happy you were that I was your son.
My sweet child.
I remember it all. You're a hypocrite. Instead, you had them. The monsters you call children. You speak of purification.
But tonight's spell links all my children together so that if one goes,
Not just Klaus she wants to kill.
they all go.
She wants to kill us all, doesn't she? Our family
Oh, I remember that
could
episode.
live forever.
A of cleansing the souls of our family, and yet you caved to temptation rather than standing with your principle.
My only regret
Elijah,
is that I did not let you die 1,000 years ago.
forever is a burden that nobody should have to bear.
You don't want to see it, but I'm trying to help people like you.
And for that,
I will not stop until every single vampire in New Orleans has ceased to exist, and I will show no mercy to anyone who dares stand with them.
you will all pay.
You see, Finn, like father, you've always despised our supernatural existence. My mother's released me from an eternity of shame.
You're still the monster you've always been.
The witch has condemned me.
What have you done
To this?
You despise them.
You're all filthy gluttons. You despise yourself.
I just locked you in that body that you hate so much.
To remain a beast.
Remain ever the dullard.
Whereas you became pretentious and dull.
Elijah.
Terrified of everything that we became. Blaspheming white oak and woman.
I can't bear an eternity with no hope of escape.
Finn's innocent.
So yeah, I came out mad. And I remain so.
But I do not believe in redemption.
There can be no reconciliation between me and my brothers.
You?
Finn's return is an opportunity to mend old wounds and fix what's broken.
I'd still rather die than be part of this wretched family.
Finn's dead.
Finn has tried to kill the rest of us more than he wants. He's an enemy of our family.
He is our family. You killed my brother.
So much for the unbreakable bonds of family, huh?
Finn is now safe from home.
We can't be killed.
Let's all say a prayer for Finn, who slept in a box longer than he lived as a man.
That doesn't stop class from finding ways to torture us.
He's better off in death. Always and forever indeed.
Here's a set of mystical silver daggers. One in the heart sends us into a deep slumber.
Although I am curious why you kept me daggered in a box for so long.
He likes to be prepared for when his family members inevitably disappoint him.
When blood relations let me down, I don't stop to reason with them. I remove them. Remember, I spent 900 years lying daggered in a box.
Why do our family remain in these coffins? Finn for over 900 years.
He keeps your coffin on standby.
900 years in a box. He stored us in boxes.
Klaus gets his jollies from keeping us in a box until he decides to pull the dagger out.
900 years in a box just rolls off your tongue as if the time passed without consequence.
Being daggered in a box for decades sucks.
Being daggered for decades and being daggered for centuries are very different things.
Trust me.
I'm sure you did not. I was made that way because of that box! It starts off as a dim pinprick of light, growing brighter year after year. Every time I close my eyes, I go back to that black horizon. A slow consciousness. I was paralyzed. Entombed in my own mind. A place was abandoned and forgotten. That despair. Utter loneliness. By my own family. It's hallucinations about betrayal. It's his nightmare. Today,
We stick together as one.
I saw a glimpse of your coveted.
Always and forever.
Always and forever. We are here.
You are not alone. To living life to the fullest.
Oh man, that was actually really hard because we can see, like, you know, when we saw Finn's actions as his own, we never sort of associated, at least I never associated with the reason why he's acting like this. And the main reason for him to act like that is because of his betrayal and, you know, being daggered and all of that. So, you know, to see him exactly in that situation and the hallucination when he was bitten by that guy, the only thing that came to his mind was the fact that he was going to be betrayed in his last moments when finally he's totally going to die. And now at the end, we see his family by his side. It's very nice to see that, but at the same time, it's so hard to see that his actions were so justified because of how paranoid in his own way he was to, like, be betrayed by this family. And naturally he was made and as an abomination. And then he found out that, you know, the very people that he looked up to, that's his mother mainly, was a hypocrite herself, because she created these abominations. She's the one who turned them into vampires, and then ultimately wants to sacrifice them because she calls them their abomination. So like, where is the justification in that? And Finn has been sticking with her, by her side, because there was no one else to look forward to. Like, in that 900 years, naturally his siblings will not be the first people that he'd want to go to. It'll be his mother. So I understand why he was with his mom and he was willing to do whatever he wanted in those times, in, say, Vampire Diaries all the way up until Originals. But then when he decided to you know, put Michael and Esther together and then call them a hypocrite and then find a way to kill all the vampires, it makes sense. Like, I understand now. At the time it was very hard, but when you see him in that last moment, it's very emotional to see what he went through in those 900 years. So it's a good edit in one way. But other than that, I think this edit was really, like, I don't know, maybe it was my laptop or something. It was not completely syncing, but I got the gist. So I hope that the second edit that we see, which is Finn Mikealson, the forgotten one, is a bit more like, you know, you see more of that emotion, because we tend to forget that Finn also was a person and was loved, and also was robbed of being like anything, because he was daggered for 900 years, for centuries. As he said, being daggered for centuries instead of decades is two different things, and that's so true, because no one will understand that. Like, Klaus will for sure never understand what it's like to be daggered for 900 years, because he's the one who let it happen. He's the one who did it. So, you know, it's very easy to blame him, saying that he's a useless brother, which I have also done it myself. I've also never found any interest towards Finn, and I've always wanted him to sort of like goodbye to his character. But it's very sad to see how he is truly a person who didn't get what he wanted and died, at least with his family. But, you know, we never know. Like, maybe he found a little bit of comfort when he died, but then, yeah, you see how it happens. But other than that, that was a very good edit to understanding how his life has been. And now the second edit will be Finn Mikealson, the forgotten one. So let's see what this is. I think this is a bit shorter than the previous one. So yeah, I'm very excited to see. So let's not go any further. Let's just watch what this episode is all about. Episode edit, sorry.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
You mean you don't recognize me?
So much for the unbreakable bonds of family, huh?
Our brothers, Cole and Finn, may they rest in peace.
Always and forever indeed. It's been a long time.
We have much to do.
You owe a great thank you to your brother.
Yes, Mother.
Don't you?
Finn.
Don't you?
Thank you, Finn.
Why do our family remain in these coffins? Finn for over 900 years, Cole for over a century.
Although I am curious why you kept me daggered in a box for so long.
You were daggered for being an ever-simpering sycophant. Did Mother bring you back from the dead so you could wash her knickers?
She raised me because I was treated unfairly.
Whenever you hear one sing, Niklaus, remember I'm with you.
Cheating! Out of all but the smallest portion of my life, Elijah. I can understand such cruelty coming from him.
Where our mother cares nothing for you.
Nicholas, I assure you, my mother loves me.
But I always thought of you as being compassionate. What did I do to deserve you turning your back on me?
Siding with him.
Carson Cole killed everything that moved, yet I was the one considered too dangerous to undash.
He stored us in boxes.
At least he's not trying to make us extinct.
Like Father, you've always despised our supernatural existence. Father, of course, slaughtered.
And you're just willing to die.
Consumed his own, whereas you became pretentious and dull. I fight their bloodlust with a poison. Poison!
The brother I knew would never have stooped to threaten a child.
My mother's released me from an eternity of shame.
Our mother destroyed him.
You've threatened our very survival, Finn. Just as you have every time we made the mistake of freeing you from that box.
I was made that way because of that box!
How pathetic you are, Finn. You always were pathetic. Every time I close my eyes,
Don't leave me alone!
I'll go back to that black horizon. A place was abandoned and forgotten.
You were not alone.
By my own family. So yeah,
I am here.
I came out now. It was an embarrassment, Rebecca.
You
was still your brother. Mind your tongue.
Finn has tried to kill the rest of us more than once.
Finn, we're here.
He's an enemy of our family.
You're my brother, Finn. He is our family.
We are here.
I love you.
No one hurts my family.
If we divide... No, brother.
We stick together as one.
Today,
And we'll need to protect each other.
I saw a glimpse of your coveted.
Always
No one.
and forever.
Mikealson is right. We made a vow. Family above all.
Always and forever, brother.
Always and forever.
Finn's return is an opportunity to mend old wounds and fix what's broken.
Oh man. Oh, that was very good. The first one naturally was a bit more expressive in terms of Esther's relation and how Finn was completely made that way because of Esther. Like, she literally destroyed him. And now this one is like a gist of the first edit, so it was very nice. So like we know, Finn was an actually amazing character himself. Like, he was the one that was loved by Freya, the one that saw everything of what it was like to be a family when they were humans, when they were children, and that was robbed at such a young age for all of them, that they've forgotten what it's like to be a family. And he was made that way, to be paranoid, and he even attacked children, and nothing stopped him because of the way that his mother made him. So it's so crazy to see that by the end of how the show ends, like, the character plot was so changed that we felt sympathy towards Finn, and it was because of how he was treated that it made things so much more clear for us. And it's not the fact, like, his actions were so justified in his way, and we understand why he acted out. Because if we can say that Klaus, like, you know, it's all justified, all his actions, daggering his siblings, whatever, if we can say that for him, we can definitely understand why Finn is like this. And in fact, Finn has more intention of being the way he was more than Klaus, because he's the one who was daggered for 900 years, not Klaus. So if anything, I'm shocked that Finn didn't find much better ways to sort of like remove Klaus from the face of the earth. But in the end, he didn't do that. But it's just like, you know, the way he is, because he was ready to kill his siblings, like, once and for all. So I was shocked that he didn't find a way to kill Klaus first, like, straight up, in a way where he was not, like, I feel like he would have had a vendetta right after he came back out, and then he'd be like, of course he did, but more so that it would be so much to an extent where the siblings would come and then be like, Finn, no, and then we find that, you know, the entire revenge plot doesn't happen. But yeah, this was a very nice edit. I really enjoyed it. So Finn is quite done. I think this is the two main edits that we have of his. The second one third one I'm watching is Marcel Gerard, Little Warrior. So let's find out about this edit.
To be born, you must sacrifice.
Oh, this lady.
Do you have faith?
No. No. Oh, this little shit.
But you survived. Therefore, someone or something intervened.
Yes. Someone finally did.
There was something about seeing Davina fight. She didn't just go along to the slaughter, you know?
You're a survivor. I do. And survivors need names. How about Marcellus?
One survivor to another.
Marcellus?
All I want to do is keep you alive, I swear. I got you.
You won't let them hurt me.
No, nobody's gonna touch you. I won't let anyone hurt you, okay?
Thank you for saving me that first time, and for everything else after.
Give him time. Time will not bring Davina back. The one chance to save her was ruined by us for our ends.
Maybe. It's the Mikealsons who need to worry about me.
If you take that, you will be the last thing on Earth that can kill a Mikealson. That's like open declaration of war.
Klaus Marcel will betray us. I saw it with my own eyes.
I will betray you? I asked.
I need your help.
Begged for your help.
And you should have it.
And you left Davina to rot.
To keep those clowns alive. I did everything you asked. I joined your stupid cult.
Welcome to the Strix.
I left my friends in the dust because
That's what you needed. I fought for hope. I kept Haley breathing.
I did
Everything.
You are treading very close to a dangerous decision.
The prophecy still stands. You cannot outrun it.
I'm asking you to choose wisely.
Marcel, you once drove the Mikealsons out of this city by summoning the one person they fear most.
Anybody who's not your family is nothing.
Remember, Marcel, this is your home. I am your family.
Nothing. And Elijah tore my heart out and threw me off a bridge. No! And his brother just stood by and watched.
This time, you be the thing that they fear.
I'm gonna fight for my city.
New Orleans is our home, Marcel. And it's time we took it back.
And I will fight until I am dead. There is only one justice left. He was one of us!
The true warrior. He despised us.
Forgive me, Marcel. The moment of the affair was lost, he became our foe and a formidable one at that. We trusted with all of our secrets, and because we betrayed him.
The Mikealsons need to answer for this. I'm gonna make them answer. I promise.
But we had no choice.
You know, my father hated me too. The truth is, Marcellus, family can be more than just those with whom we share blood.
He wasn't worth a damn to me anyway.
We can choose.
A girl who was like a daughter to me was lost forever. And the only thing that you could say was, they did what they needed to do.
That's all we know how to do. Right or wrong, that's all my family has done for 1,000 years.
Oh, come on!
I had no choice.
Marcel, for your violation.
I know exactly what I am, as I know that none of us are innocent in this. Least of all, you and me.
To call me the one they call the Destroyer.
I beat you all without turning into you. And now you can live the rest of your lives.
Knowing that your wretched existence continues only by my will.
Knowing that the only reason that you exist,
If someone breaks those rules, I don't break Marcel's rules. They die. Mercy makes you
That's just
mercy is for the weak. You taught me that too. It's because I am showing you mercy.
We're all monsters, Cammy. If you're powerful like Klaus is, you just have to bother hiding it.
Davina was powerful.
Good to see you, Marcel.
She wasn't a monster.
You did it for love. For love of my daughter.
Come with me.
And go where, Rebecca?
Wherever we want to. We can build a home together.
But I do love New Orleans, and I watched it burn to the ground for you once before, Rebecca. And then I waited a century.
I'm gonna marry you someday.
I would never marry someone who couldn't best manage you.
And you didn't even come back for me.
It's hard to hate the person who made you what you are.
Klaus Mikealson.
Once upon a time, you were my mentor.
My mentor, my savior,
My savior.
my sire.
You always said we choose our family. What am I to you, Klaus? So what am I to you, Klaus?
You choose that little whelp of your own family.
So this is our family.
That little whelp is our family.
And you, Marcel, will always be my family. To my loving sister, and my right-hand man and best friend, Marcel. May they find joy in each other.
That really was a little bit emotional. Just amazing. You know what? Not gonna lie, I forgot to sort of mention this in the earlier episodes when we were discussing everything about the way it ended, right? I was a little bit shocked / disappointed that we didn't see Klaus and Marcel having their last goodbyes together. Like, I know we've seen it before in the previous seasons, but knowing where that season was going to go, and that Klaus will never have Marcel by his side and Marcel will never see Klaus anymore, I was a bit shocked that we didn't get to see them to have a scene together where they just, like how we saw with him and Hope. I wish we saw something like that with these two, because I don't know, because we've seen them come through together since well, Marcel was a boy and Klaus saved him. Klaus was his mentor, Klaus was his sire, well, his father, everything. But now I just thought, why wasn't there a scene with them two together? It was very quick. Maybe they were just like brief conversations, but not exactly like, you know, like taking him into a room and telling him that this is it, like where they exchange something where, you know, it's very emotional. I wish there was something like that between them two, because I think these two characters as like father and son was just brilliant, and they had their ups and downs and whatnot, but this was just something that I wish was there. So, but yeah, this edit was Little Warrior. He was truly an amazing character, and the actor playing him could not have been a better person, because he just did it fantastically. And naturally, I even got very used to the idea of Marcel and Rebecca, because at the start I was like, oh, this makes no sense, it's very weird and whatnot. But then I just understood that, you know, like, well, they're all immortal, they can't really like have that age difference sort of in question. So it's just more like who they find comfort with at like the most. So I got very used to that idea, and I really liked that Rebecca was by his side whenever she could be and whatnot. But Marcel was an amazing, like the plot twist where he becomes the beast, and you know, when his heart got ripped out by Elijah and then dumped in the river, and then comes back to teach Klaus a lesson, or to teach the Mikealsons a lesson by driving them away from New Orleans, regaining control of the city, stuff like that. I just feel like it was very well done, and even though it was hard because we only see it from one point of view, I think Marcel was justified in his actions, and it was just so crazy to see how it unfolded, like how the prophecy came true and whatnot. But yeah, Marcel Gerard, Little Warrior, there we have it. The next one is Michael the Destroyer. You guys, you know, Michael. No hate or anything, it's just, let's see how, I don't know how we're gonna get through this edit without being like, little shit. But anyhow, let's see this edit, because again, the actor playing the character Michael, phenomenal, because he did a fantastic job. He made us all hate him, so that's quite an achievement from his end. So yeah, let's see this particular edit, Michael the Destroyer.
They're using wooden bullets. They know.
That means he's here.
Who? Who's here? Rebecca! Come on, we've got to go, sweetheart! If you run, I will hunt all of you down. And then you'll become everything you hate. He's a beast. An abomination. Our father. Where are my players? Rebecca! You look like father.
I'll become your father.
Not him. You know, I've been called every shade of monster, but that's new. My father.
Still clinging to that word after all these years?
Michael was the monster monsters were afraid of.
Actually, I'd like you to find Michael.
Who's Michael?
The vampire who hunts vampires. Our father.
To call me the one they call the Destroyer. The one who's burnt cities far more charming to the ground in pursuit of his children. I will remain here in New Orleans until every last person who remembers you is dead. You do not talk to abominations. You do not reason with them. You erase them.
The two of you going round and round trying to kill each other. You're obsessing over the death of someone whose fatal flaw is he was fathered by another god.
Hush! Enough running, children! Step out of the shadow! He ventured out to watch them turn under the full moon, and he took my youngest son, Henrik. He was but a child, and he was torn apart.
An accident.
Accident? He murdered my wife!
But you and Klaus, you're the most special.
His own mother!
The Highwood Count, the original wretch. Not Michael, Klaus.
It was your bastard brother I hunted, not you.
Never you. He betrayed me. Elijah! Hold him down! Father!
brother, stop! Stay back!
If you honestly believe that I was betraying my own brother, were you? Did you come at him?
You were after him.
You come at me.
He turned my entire family against me.
My whole life you've underestimated me.
Oh, kill her. Come on, old man. Kill her. Kill her!
The bloodshed in your family does not have to be an endless cycle. And after centuries on this earth, do you really not see that all of your violence is pointless?
Stand with me. Fall with him. Choose silence.
Nobody cares about you anymore, boy.
I will always choose him. I love you.
There were moments when all you had to do was be my father. And even then, you despised me, didn't you? I want to know why.
Klaus, don't cry.
I just did.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Oh, God. Okay. Man, you forget how 3 minutes is. Like, that was so quick. I just almost felt sympathy for him. Like, for the things that he's done. Because you know, no matter how much you try and understand their viewpoint, like how I did for Finn, I truly understood where he came from. I can never understand Michael's hatred towards any of his children, specifically Klaus. He didn't even hate anyone. Like, he hated Klaus more for his nature. Like, what? Like, it was not even his fault. Like, he didn't choose to be that way. It was Esther. If you have any hate towards her. But he didn't have the guts to do that. He didn't even have the guts. He just wanted to kill the werewolf side, and because of his hatred towards the werewolves, he showed every single bit of resentment towards their kind on Klaus. And which is why, of course, we understand his paranoia. It took me a long time, because I can still, like, if you think about it, when people say that you are turning out to be your father, because yes, for Klaus, in one way he is, because he's taking out all the resentment that he had for his father and everyone else, like how Michael did. He had all the resentment towards the werewolves and his wife, naturally, but he took it out on Klaus. So in specific ways, they are sort of similar, but naturally, Klaus doesn't want to kill his siblings. He didn't want to remove them from the face of the earth. He just wanted to dagger them because they would be sort of like, you can say, a nuisance in times of opportunity for him. But for Michael, he wanted to make sure he can kill Klaus, or he wanted to put him in his place and kill everything that he loved, which is not something Klaus would do. And, well, so, yes, he has done that, but not to the extent where Michael would even hurt his own, like, children. The only person that he loved was Freya, and she was taken from him so long. And I guess that also sort of, like, you know, the pain and the sorrow of losing his favorite child also came with that resentment in knowing that the children that was left with him are the ones that he desired less. So I understand Michael the Destroyer was like the vampire who hunts vampires. You understand where he was coming from, where he, like, you know, in the Vampire Diaries, he's just like the biggest bad vampire. But then by the time you reach originals and you see Klaus and Michael's confrontation, you see why Klaus was like, there were days and moments where I just needed you to be my father. Why couldn't you just do that? And then I remember his reply saying that, I don't know. And I don't know why I could not be your father. And you could see, like, the hurt in Michael. There was a moment there, I remember, he was just so, like, put down at the fact that he could not even understand why he had so much hatred towards him. Because it wasn't his fault for being that way. Again, it was Esther. He bottled up all those feelings and took it out on someone else. When all you do is, you should never judge an adult's actions and put them on your children. You always show love and kindness towards your children, but you never blame them for something that your wife has done or someone you know who is much older than the child, right? So to understand that in that moment of weakness, he was just, in that moment of death, basically, he was just like, he wanted to let go. He was done by being a destroyer. He was done by being, I think you can see that he was very vulnerable because Freya was also there in that moment. And in that, like, we've never seen him like that throughout the entirety of the series that we've known him. And when Freya enters, you see that moment of weakness in him towards Klaus. Like, how much control does she have over him? Like, even like, you know, in that child manner, like he loves her that much. And I don't know if it's relating to that or is relating to the question that Klaus has, but I'd like to say both came hand in hand with the way he was acting. So yeah, insane. Michael the Destroyer. There we have it. Boom. The last one I'm gonna watch is Esther. I love all my children. The little shit. Never mind. Let's find out what Mama Dearest has to say about her loving her children from, well, the Vampire Diaries all the way to the originals.
To watch the men turn into beasts. That was forbidden. Henrik paid the price.
What happened?
The wolf. Your boy is gone.
My family was devastated.
No.
How could she do anything?
No.
Because my mother was also a witch. The one who put the hybrid curse on Klaus. Not just the hybrid curse.
Our family could live forever.
This magic you speak of breeds consequence. She's the one who turned us into vampires.
Ayana, we have already lost too much. We cannot lose anymore. The spirits can help us find a way to protect our children.
If you will not protect our family, then it is in your hands alone, my love. We must finish what we started. You have to drink if you want to live. Our father forced our mother to call upon her black magic in order to make us stronger. Drink! Drink!
Michael killed your mother. But why is that one connected to the witch's death?
There are things that you do not know about our past, Elijah, our mother's death.
Rebecca doesn't know the real story. The hybrid killed the original witch. Not Michael. Klaus. No, he wouldn't. She put the curse on him. Made it so that he would be the only one of his kind, and then she rejected him.
Long ago on this spot, my son tore my heart from my chest.
He murdered my wife!
Whenever you hear one sing, Klaus, remember I'm with you.
His own mother! Who sought to cleanse him of his beast-like nature.
Look at me.
He betrayed me.
Do you know why I'm here?
Here to kill me.
Niklaus, you are my son. But you, Niklaus, you're the most special. And I am here to forgive you. I want us to be a family again.
You know, our siblings used to tell each other she didn't hate us.
I love all my children.
I love my family. This is the makings of a plague, Esther.
But they are an abomination.
She hated herself for what we'd become.
I betrayed nature when I created them. It's my duty to kill them.
Should I be concerned about my mother's intentions? She's forgiven Klaus.
It's true.
When I asked about your meeting with my mother the other night...
But tonight's spell links all my children together so that if one goes, they all go.
You lied to my face.
My family back together as one.
It's not just Klaus that she wants to kill.
She wants to kill us all, doesn't she? Whatever you think of us, killing your own children would be an atrocity.
My only regret is that I did not let you die 1,000 years ago.
I know you think she hated you, Niklaus, but she did not.
I think they believed that even after she tried to kill us all.
Your actions saved this family. If that child had lived,
Dahlia
would return.
Then she would come for us all.
Dahlia, please. With your magic, you could help me.
It requires a heavy sacrifice.
She loves us more than you realize. And is love the reason she wanted my child dead?
she was trying to protect you from Dahlia's curse.
What curse?
Our bargain was for this firstborn.
Not just this firstborn, but every firstborn.
And every firstborn of each generation that is to come.
Say goodbye to the last of your children.
Do you recall the day Niklaus challenged your father to the duel? Did I leave your brother to die alone? What did I say when you came to me and asked me to help out?
You would rather die than to watch any of your children suffer.
sister. When I saw my children learn to fight for one another, this is only now that I realize my most grievous sin. We must remain together, always and forever. Not anybody.
Nope, no more. This is the problem with edits. They just have so much, like, you mix up everything. You have one perspective and now I'm completely torn apart. Oh, God. Okay, that was well done. You can see, even though each of them, Michael and Esther, they did what they did for their children. It's just, like, to even think that way and then after that come back on your work and then say that, oh yeah, I love my children, but they are an abomination, we need to kill them. And then when she wanted to kill Hope so that she can stop the, like, you know, Dahlia from coming and taking every firstborn, which by the way I loved. You know, season 3 was my favorite. Dahlia, love. Was it season 3? Season 3, season 2? No, not season 3, season 2. Season 2, sorry. Favorite. So when she saw her children coming together as a family to protect each other, that's when she knew she should let them be, and she then made sure she stays with her sister, sacrifices with her sister, and then they're in that little heaven that they have created for themselves forever. They will be together because that's what Dahlia wanted. She just wanted her sister because when she was young, she fell in love with a Viking that was Michael, and she left Dahlia, and now they can be together in that little heaven being sisters. So I guess Esther got what she wanted and the children got what they wanted. Worked out in the end for both of them, but yeah. But when Esther did make the appearance in Vampire Diaries and she was like, look at me, I was like, oh my. I was very excited to see Esther, but little did I know what like baggage she came with along with Michael. But yeah, there you have it. Amazing edits, 5 great edits. Wow, I can't believe it took 45 minutes. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed these edits. As I said, I will definitely watch the season 3 villains, Tristan, Aurora, and I'm seriously, I've forgotten the guy's name, man. I can't believe it. What's his name? Like, I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. Literally, I cannot find this guy's name. It's horrible. When I need something, it never comes in front of me. So I'm sorry guys if I've forgotten, but whatever his name is, Klaus's sire basically. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. And of course, I'm definitely going to watch few of the villains, like so Dahlia, Tristan, Aurora, and the rest. So like I'll put the villain stuff in one video of the edits. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next one and have a great weekend. Bye.